Well, good morning everybody, this is DearMamaSal, and it is a pretty morning. It is 17 degrees here in southern British Columbia, which would make it 62 degrees. You do know the reason I look up there and go like this is because I've got a machine that tells me, right? It's 62, it can equate to 62 American. I often wonder whether you guys know what I'm up to half the time. I'm sure you do. You've got this under control completely. Any minute now she's going to look up there and see what the temperature is. It's sort of a funny looking day. They tell me the rain's coming. And I've got Carly's trusty umbrella with me. Stella the umbrella is with me to protect me if that happens. So it seems a little warmer than I expected today. As you can see, I'm wearing a cardigan, which goes to show that I don't watch the weather forecast before I get dressed. I wonder if I'm the only one like that. How many of you do the, oh, what a surprise thing when you go outside? Yeah. I wanted to talk today about teamwork. You know, we've been talking in the last couple of days about the 3rd anniversary, and you've all been sending in some beautiful, really, truly beautiful comments about our first 3 years, and a lot of you have hoped that we will continue to do many, many more and continue to do great work and help people. And so the first thing that I wanted to say about this, if you happen to be watching this video and you could do with the support team, you know, you could do with a group of people to sort of walk you through this or hold your hand as you walk through it. That's what we do. We're an incredibly diverse group of people, and we have people with all sorts of experience. I think that's the greatest thing. We've had people with unbelievably unusual illnesses. We've had people with unbelievable experiences, some of it tragic and some of it amazing. And so really, it's an incredible group of people who try very hard to be there for you when maybe you don't feel like you can be there for yourself, or you're so confused or so overwhelmed. And the first thing that I would encourage you to do is to, if you want to make sense of stuff that's going on in your life, maybe, you know, drop me a line at dearmamasal@gmail.com, or PM me on the Facebook page or anything where it's private. I really recommend you don't do it on the public forums because we know who's out there. So I can assure you that whilst I may sometimes pick up on somebody's problem, I don't mention names. I try very hard not to mention even the country, if I happen to know it, where they're writing from. So I try and, the reason that I occasionally do pick up on somebody's issue is because it helps so many people. You know, if I read it and I go, you know, she's probably not the only one with that problem. And so it sort of feeds me, it helps me, remind me what it is we need to be talking about. But I wanted to talk to you how important it is to have an extended family of supporters. That's really what I wanted to talk to all of you about, and even those of you who are already in the peeps category. Those of you who are already, you know, probably been around a long time on DearMamaSal and have helped a lot of people. And first of all, obviously, I thank you from the bottom of my heart, because we couldn't do what we do without you, and you know that. You're smart enough to know that, and you know I'm just really the front guy in so many ways. And I want to tell you that the list of people that we have helped and the miracles that we have seen because of it are never ending. Some of you probably saw the incredible note that our Charlotte from Moncton wrote yesterday had asked me to post it up on Facebook. And she was talking about the fact that she first came upon us in hospital. And she was going through a particularly tough time. And the peculiar thing is that she sort of connected. She had a feeling maybe we cared. And of course, we continued to be there for Charlotte and watch her as she came around as a personality and found out that she could run. And now you make me sick, Charlotte, if you're watching this. Every time I hear about you doing a 5K, I'm going, I couldn't even walk a 5K, never mind run one. You know, and you make me sick in a nice way, you know, just jealousy. That's all it is. And I know that if I got out and did the work that you do to keep yourself fit, I'd be able to do it too. Don't get me wrong, I know that. And so I wanted to talk about the fact that, Charlotte, yes, we were there for you. There's no doubt about that. I will accept that. But also you were there for yourself. You see, our job is to help you help yourself. It's not to do the work for you. We don't go out there and do the running, Charlotte. You do. We don't go out when it's snowing. And for those of you who don't know, the reason I say it with a sort of almost want to throw up attitude is Charlotte knows if she wants to drive me insane, it's not to tell me that she's been out running, but she's been out running in the snow. You know, we know the weather her side of the coast. She calls it the best coast as opposed to my west coast. We know that her weather pattern is a lot more nasty than mine. And yet she's out there, rain or snow or gale or whatever, and she is doing what she does to look after herself. Now, not only that, but Charlotte also donates a great deal of time to Ronald House. And that's something else that we really recommend. If you are into yourself, if you're trying to overcome anything, do what you can to volunteer so you can see other people and realize how lucky you are. And good for you, Charlotte. I know that you do a great deal of good work, and we applaud you for the good work that you do. It's really wonderful to see. All right, so what about a team? I could not do what I do without a team of people around me, and I'm trying to think of those who are there for me on a daily basis, who are really amazing. I'm thinking about, you know, Sophie sitting in England, who makes me laugh every day. Without a doubt, makes me laugh almost every day of my life. And her humility and yet her dedication to DearMamaSal blows me away. She has looked after my Instagram account for quite a while now, and she just lets me know if there are any messages I need to answer. She lets me know if it's time to grab another picture from somewhere and put it up. You know, she just keeps me aware of what I need to be doing, and does it in such a loving way. I mean, she's such a nice human being. So I just wanted to make sure, Soph, that you know how much I appreciate that. I'm thinking about Nana. Nana's got to be my own personal watchdog. You know, some people get Rottweilers and German Shepherds and Dobermans, and I've got Nana. And the reason I say it like that is because she protects who I am second to none. She does not take it lightly when people are doing things that damage the brand, as I call it. And Nana, I want to thank you so much for all the times that you have cared that deeply about me, because that really tells me that I am honored to have you as part of the team. And it's funny because Nana, like so many of us, when I first met her, reacted really quite strongly to some of the things that I had to say, thinking that I was being judgmental of her. And it was quite interesting to see, because I'm going, what did I say that upset her? And luckily Nana's got the sphericals to actually write to me and tell me if I've upset her, and I love people who can do that. And we'd talk it out, and then she'd realize that, oh no, wait a minute, I came from a different place there. And then she started to get my sense of humor and my heart and soul, and in a big way. And she's so smart in so many ways, and so loving in all ways. And I just want to say that, Nana, you've been there for a long time, and you're part of the character of what we do. And I do know that you've got my back without any doubt whatsoever. And thank you for that. And of course, you all know that Angela has become part of my existence ever since the Vegas trip, when I actually got to meet her and know her at a different level. And Angela is just such a bright spark in my life. You see, I can't even talk about her without laughing. And what I really appreciate about Angela is above all a human being. And when you do what we do, you need some pretty human beings around, because I really appreciate the fact that Angela's always concerned about how's my emotional side going. When I say she's concerned about it, she will know, for example, and by the way, congratulations, Anne, she dropped more weight, little so-and-so. She dropped even more weight this week. We both got the I'm a Slob watch, as I call it. Okay, so I've had to change cameras. For some reason, my camera just stopped. I think probably battery, or I've used up too much space on it. I'm not sure which. Anyway, so now I'm on my phone, and it'll be interesting to see the comparison. I'm not sure how far I got on the Angela story, but I just wanted to let you know that Angela did not end up feeling sorry for me when I told her that I'd put on too much weight. She wrote back and said, you can do this. Go back to eating oats and get more walks in. You see, she didn't go oh, don't worry, everything will be fine. She said, get off your ass, Sal. Eat the right things and get off your ass. You see, only Angela can do that to me and get away with it. And that's why I adore her. Because she does it in such a nice way. So teamwork, we all need a team. I could go on, the team is so big, I could go on for quite a while as to all the different people in the DearMamaSal team. And it's funny because so many of them are what I call real background workers. I'm thinking about people like Erin and Ashley and Anna Marie and Paul. And, when I say background workers, they do incredible work at helping support people and do so tirelessly. I'm thinking about Louisiana Laurie, another human being, not perfect and prepared to admit it. I love the reality of that. And, such a big heart. And I don't think would intentionally hurt anybody. I think about people like Robin, who copes with so much. And, she has great passion. And sometimes great passion can create great turmoil because not everybody agrees with your passion, be that, whatever your views might be or whatever. But you know something? I've always really respected Robin for the fact she stands up for what she believes and realizes she pays a price for that, and that's human nature. But I also know that Robin has been really good at helping people and sharing where she can. And I would not want to live Robin's life, quite honestly. I think, what she goes through in her own physical condition, and also with what Lou's going through, his pain, it must be terrifying to live that life. So, but all of you, and thinking about Becca and Emily and Oz, all of you who make up the Liz, for example. Yeah, I could go on forever, couldn't I? You see, you're all part of the team, whether you like it or not, because you all help keep everybody together. So if somebody's having a bad day or having a snit or whatever, you treat them like a good family would. You give them some room to recover, and then you, hopefully, most of you, see the best in the other person and say, hey, it's okay, we're still friends. We don't take it that you must believe what I believe or you must say what I say in order to be okay. And so I look at it and I go, wow, I really do want you to know that we all deserve a team of people on our side in life. And that's what we want to become, for those of you who are new. We would like to be the safe place where you can go and discuss your stuff and know that you will have people who understand and not going to judge you. But the way you get that, and the way you become part of the team, is that you need to subscribe, obviously, and you need to follow us on Facebook and Twitter, because that's where we tell you if we're doing any broadcasts. And also understand that sometimes when we do the broadcast, we laugh a lot. They have a horrible joy in making me laugh so much that it hurts sometimes. And sometimes we cry a lot. I think Anna Marie mentioned that. Sometimes we have heard some devastating stories that people have shared with us, and we have really felt their pain. And so you don't have to come on a broadcast and tell your story, as so many people will tell you. You know about a couple of people who just literally sat and watched for months and months and months before they even dared even say hello, never mind share their issues. But I can tell you one thing that is without a doubt the most important part of the work that we do. When one person shares, it gives a whole group of people permission. And it's like, you can be in a seminar or something and nobody asks a question, and some person is brave enough to ask a question, and suddenly a lot of other people put their hands up. Why? Because somebody has had the courage to ask the question. And I think that happens a lot in the broadcasts, which is somebody comes on board and says, hey, I've got a problem, and you want to watch how people react to that, because they will make room. In whatever the conversation is, they'll make room for somebody who's got a problem. Or, I've got something I need to discuss. It may not be a problem. Maybe you just need to get some words out about something. You're confused. You're not quite sure how to. Very slow walking human being that could have been a crushed human being if I had not been patient there. You know, I don't need slow walking people at this time of the day. Oh, I'm such a human, aren't I? Yeah. All right, so here we go, everybody. If you love to laugh and you want to learn, you've come to the right place. This team of people I highly recommend in lots of different ways. And as I said, don't think it's just me, because it isn't. I'd love to take the credit. Yeah, but there are so many people that make up Dear Mama Sal, and I'm just, as I said, the front guy. So, have a great day, everybody. Continue to look after one another, but most of all, look after yourself. This is Dear Mama Sal saying bye-bye for now.